A mother of 3 lies dying in the helpless arms of her husband. Paralyzed, complains of severe abdominal pain and difficulty breathing. She was experiencing a fever of 104. The doctors told her she had polio. There was nothing that they could do to save her life, and her death was irreversible. However, it did not have to be this way. Less than 10 years later, Jonas Salk used rhesus monkeys to isolate the polio virus and create the silk vaccine. The creation of the vaccine had virtually eliminated the disease worldwide. This vaccine was made possible due to scientific research on animals. This subject hit home with me because on June 8, 2008, at the age of 29, my friend Carrie Lynn May passed away of cancer. Hello, my name is Ken Howell, and I believe animals should be used for scientific and medical research. Each year, more than 3.5 million people die from complications caused by a disease. The number is alarming, however, it has been decreasing dramatically since the introduction of scientific testing on animals. Animal research has led to the discovery of vaccinations for diseases like polio and anthrax, as well as cures for some forms of cancer. Diseases such as measles, smallpox, malaria, tuberculosis, influenza, HIV and AIDS, name only a few, but the list can go on and on. Using animals for experiments and product studies have been subject of ethical concerns. However, the use of animals for testing on toxic household chemicals and cosmetics has been questioned by some as being labeled as wrong and unethical. The fight for animal rights is the basis for many organizations that deem such research unnecessary. Organizations like People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, believe that animals should not be used for experiments, despite the medical breakthrough and advancements that can come from them. So the question arises, should animals be used for medical research and why? I believe yes, animals should be allowed to be used for testing primarily because of the number of human lives that are saved each day by the vaccinations and disease treatment made exclusively by animal research. We must research on animals because this is no other way to test the side effects of potential life-saving drugs and therapies without causing harm to people. By performing tests on animals, we can get a better understanding on how the human body will react to drugs and the diseases. The use of scientific research on animals for experiment has enhanced the role in many forms of disease and germ testing. In early times, Romans and Greeks used animal research for the foundation for today's surgical procedures. Some see the research as unethical. However, it is needed to allow researchers to deeply understand and provide the potential medical breakthrough. Using animals for research has guided us in medical and prescription drug advancement. A Greek physician named Aristotle was one of the first to record studies on animal testing. Aristotle was once said, "But a man who used to inquire ties every opening, and he conducts his search and turns in every direction, and so far from giving up the inquiry in space of the day, does not cease his search throughout his life. He presses on until he arrives at his goal." A Roman physician, Claudius Galileus, was a physician to the gladiators. He wrote about his experiments on how the body and circulatory system functioned so he would be better able to operate on his wounded gladiators. Claudius operated on monkeys and pigs, which earned him the label as the father of vivisection, which means that he did animal research. Without the research performed by Aristotle and Claudius, we would not have the advancement in medical care that we have today. Using animals in experiments have played a key role in the development of medical procedures and drug therapy. Simply said, we are trying to treat the human cause for disease. The American Medical Association indicated 90% of all physicians in America approve or are in favor of animal testing for the benefit of medical advancement. In fact, 97 of the doctors also support the continuous use of animal in clinical and basic research. Animals and humans are not the same DNA replica. The similarities are close enough for the medical test to be performed on animals that can give the predictability response to the same outcome as animals and humans. It has been discovered that primates such as monkeys, gorillas, share over 97% of the same DNA as humans. The animal experiments should be used to benefit the greater good of mankind around the world. Research on animals has been used throughout history in making a dramatic improvement in medical and surgical fields. There are some ethical concerns on animal testing. We cannot overlook the benefits that have come from animal and scientific research. Vaccinations for diseases such as polio, measles, malaria, and influenza I just name a few of the vaccinations that come from medical research. My name is Ken Howell, and I believe we should be able to test animals for medical research and better the human life. Thank you.